Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Thursday, August 11th, 2022. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go again with more. It's too much. So here's the economic news this morning. And the market is all happy about it. Stock futures higher yet again across the board. Here's the news. Wholesale prices apparently drop 0.5% in July. Meanwhile, grocery prices had their largest gain in 43 years. Oh, so let's see. So you mean prices are not coming down? How about duh? No, they're not. And if you're listening to Bloomberg this morning, we have evidence now. We have evidence now that prices are dropping. It's just such crap. It's out of control here, and it gets even worse. Rents continue to skyrocket at their fastest pace ever on record. So they want us to believe, according to yesterday's data and today's data, that inflation is actually getting better. Meanwhile, let's see, we all eat, right? Maybe you don't, but I know I do, and I think we all do. Grocery prices skyrocketing. The prices of groceries are skyrocketing. There's no end in sight. Rents continue to go crazy here. Oh, yes, energy prices, they're trying to sell you this lie too. Energy prices are coming down. It's fantastic and it's tremendous, and it's just going to stay that way. How about no? It's not going to stay this way. The only reason why the price of crude oil has come down over the last several weeks here, we're still at like $92 a barrel with regard to WTI, is because of the midterms. This is this freaking same phenomenon we see every freaking time here. It's a game that is played between the politicians and big oil and OPEC. Let's lower the price of crude oil just so people think everything is great, and then right after the midterms, bam, there we go. I mean bam, right straight squarely up deep in the heart of the gabagool. You know what I'm talking about here. It's a screw on a massive freaking scale here, people. So anyway, that's the story with regard to the economic news. Actually, I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I'll cover it anyway. So first-time unemployment claims came in worse than expected. I don't believe any of these numbers anyway. Why I talk about it, I have no idea. Anyway, that's where we are this morning. Let's look over at this freaking market. So as I said, on the back of this fantastic news, inflation is actually getting better, and you know it is because they're telling you. And you must believe everything they say. Forget about what your own eyeballs, your ears, or your intellect is telling you. That just don't matter. It's what they say. You understand? The ruling body of the world, the propaganda ministry, and that's just the way it is. Anyway, so we got stock futures higher across the board yet again after yesterday's big rally on Wall Street. Okay, stocks are going higher. Period. The end. We're, like I said, we are way out of bear market territory with regard to the S&P 500. The market is going higher, and why? Because all the bullshit, the fakery, and the nonsense, and central banks are in here buying it all. That's the bottom line here. Nothing matters. Whether or not the economic news is actually good or bad, it don't matter. When you have an environment where central banks are buying it all, they're buying it all, okay? What else would you expect other than the stock market going higher here? Artificially suppressed rates create an environment of risk, and the Fed is in here buying like there is no tomorrow. The goal of central banks is one thing, people, and that is to inflate. And they're buying everything with their product that they magically create out of thin air, okay? But they want you to believe they really care about inflation. So do our politicians. Meanwhile, all they do is come up with this, that, and the other reason why they're going to need more cash for everything, and global debt continues to balloon. Do you see what I'm talking about here? The lies, the distractions, the look here's, the don't look here. No public outcry anywhere at all, except for Mar-a-Lago. And that's it. And that'll also dissipate until they have to throw something else at people to keep them distracted, to keep them divided, to control their minds. That's all this is. Anyway, so we got the 10-year yield, people, 2.74 this morning. Keep your eye on that. The market seems to be relatively comfortable with the 10-year yield at 2.75. It doesn't like it above 2.8 if you noticed. The market wants to see the 10-year yield lower. In fact, I think much, much lower. And we're probably going to get there as central banks continue to buy it all. The dollar this morning under pressure yet again after yesterday getting slammed. Gold and silver right now this morning under some pressure, nothing major. Silver a little more so than gold. Bitcoin around 25,000. Okay. I'm liking it. Like I said many weeks ago when Bitcoin was around 21,000, I said it looked like a bottom. I hate calling tops and or bottoms, but it looks like it might be bottoming here, okay? And I'm still watching it. You know how I'm going to play this. I've been broadcasting this literally for many, many weeks now. I want to see Bitcoin stay above 21,000 for at least another week, and then I'm going to personally start buying here again, all right? If you subscribe to my free newsletter, link in the description of this video, you will know exactly when I do it. I will blast it out to you. I'm continuing to buy ticker JEPI. I'm not saying you should buy anything, people. You should always look into any investment and then make the appropriate decision what's right for you. I've been buying this stuff now for a while. Before we had the run up here in the market, it's for me, it's done incredibly well on top of the dividend that it pays monthly, which is a built-in hedge. But like I said, you do your own research here. I plan on buying more today, as a matter of fact, and I will continue to do so moving forward. I will also be, in fact, I haven't done this in a long time, okay, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have not added to my gold and silver holdings in a while. I have a lot of this stuff laying around, a lot. However, I am considering adding more here. Why? Why would I be considering doing this, people? What do we know is going on and it's not going to stop? Global debt is going to continue to balloon. You must be on the opposite side of that. If we know a couple of things are going on here, for example, global debt is going to continue to balloon. There's just no stopping it here, period. If we understand that major institutions, none more so than JP Morgan, is artificially suppressing the price of precious metals, that's two big reasons why, in my opinion, you should be owning this stuff. More specifically, physical silver, my favorite asset of all time. And I always do a little homework, people. Do a little homework here. Look at the Dow gold ratio, gold silver ratio, and you will see why Greg Mannarino says that physical silver is the deal of the century and will remain that way for quite a while. So why not take advantage of it? I mean, that's just my take on it. You're, of course, entitled to your own opinion here. With regard to energy and crude oil, what we're seeing right now, I can't imagine it's going to last. We've been seeing pressure on this for a while here. After the midterms, let's come back to this video and see if I'm right, because we always see the same phenomenon. After the midterms, I can't see crude oil not going well above $105, $110 a barrel. That's just the scenario because it's always the same, okay? History is a great predictor, in my opinion, of how things play out, especially when you see the same pattern over and over and over again. You understand? And again, I'm just telling you what I see, and do your own research. Google this stuff, whatever search engine you like to use. I think there's going to be opportunity there as well moving forward for you traders here of crude oil or energy. I know there's a lot of you out here. So look, in summary here, so what do we got? Wholesale prices apparently dropped 0.5% in July. Meanwhile, grocery prices had their largest gain in 43 years. Now, someone out here who's smarter than me, please clarify that for me. So apparently yesterday and today, they're telling us inflation is getting better. If it is, then why is it the grocery prices had their largest gain in 43 years and rents continue to skyrocket? Oh yeah, first time unemployment claims come in unexpectedly freaking high here. Anyway, that's where we're sitting here this morning, people. Look, this guy here, and I mean this, loves you a lot. Please ponder these things, comment. I will see you at the end of the day. And, well, that's all.